All right, well, we'll wait and see. I'm seeing live now. Okay, I'm not sure what went on there, but we should be live. Sorry about the difficulties, everybody, but we are back now into a fully completed draft here between Tribe Gaming versus BT5. A lot of interesting picks coming through. Seeing the Zavricon, seeing the Lucian come through that had such a huge impact some of those games. Seraphine, though, picked up a BT5.
Yeah, so we have a really cool comp going on from the side of BTS. It's the Sarah Sonafine bot lane, and then they have a Yasuo mid here. So like it's an AP carry Seraphine, and the idea is that you're able to the Sona can slow, right? So when the Sona slows people in lane, the Seraphine's Echo, I forget the ability's name, but the thing that the double cast root, it stuns because like Sona already slows them, so then it roots them and then it stuns them, right? So I'm really excited to see how they do. Starting's been playing a lot of Lucian lately, so we'll see how that works. We have a Zaya Rakan in the bot lane, so scary right there. And then Chuck's just gonna be playing really safe in the top lane with the Gragas, and that top lane matchup will be pretty boring, you know, Malphite versus Gragas, but they have very impactful ults, so we should have a lane swap by the way as well.
Very interesting. So we are seeing the Seraphine mid. I mean, you talked about that combo. It makes a lot of sense. Wanted to pair the Sona and Seraphine. I suppose it'll be there in the team fights, but some very interesting stuff going on when you see the Sona is escorting Killa's Olaf around. I'm not sure what kind of funnel or something we got being put together here by BT5. This is some very, very interesting stuff going on. They've got the Yasuo 1v2 in the bottom, and even Lee Sin Tigers is heading there. Now we have 1v2 Sona Seraphine in the mid lane, and maybe Sona will finally make her way down bot?
Yeah, I think there was a pretty big mistake there, I'll be honest.
The dive coming through onto the Yasuo. He's trying to get away there. One more feather might take him down, but he's going to be okay, and he actually dodged. Wow. He interrupts the Rakan grand entrance there, and now looking to chase it down with the slows. I don't think they have the damage to do this, but somehow BT5 avoid disaster there.
Yeah, that's really good because the Olaf has only cleared one camp right now, and Lee Sin has cleared 2 camps and ganked. So we're definitely looking at a little bit of issues here from this side of BT5.
Oh
Lucian
man, a couple more autos to take down the Seraphine. 2 came through, but I think maybe she burns down. No, the heal is there. Flash is being burned left and right, but BT5 to stay alive here, which they will do, but just barely. No, finally they're off screen. We do see Wander die here, and here's a replay. This is that dive that somehow Wandering Pro survived, and now we're back to live with some very low health bars. Utter chaos here, befitting a Tribe versus BT5 just 2 minutes in, but we did have first blood Yasuo taken down by Tribe.
Yeah, these lane assignments scare me so much here. Like I do not know why Yasuo's bottom. The Seraphine Sona lane is traditionally played in the bot lane. Well, we'll have to see what happens here. Malphite even started boots, so like I just
Grand entrance there onto Apathy, who goes down. Big damage there from starting, and you had talked about him actually before the game, Pierce, and is coming through there. Second kill of the game for Tribe.
Yeah, Starting's a very solid player, excellent mechanics, very smart play, and it's just kind of showcasing it here. His lane mechanics are so strong here.
Oh man, 1v4. What can Wandering Pro do there? Maybe he somehow survives. That is insane. I built it up. I thought there was no way out. He had no flash, and he didn't even need it. Somehow he lives. Here's a replay of that play mid.
Yeah, so Sona had to use her flash earlier on in the jungle invade, so she's just sitting duck there, just dies. 3 times on screen there. That's how bad she got it there. But yeah, I think you thought that Yasuo died. I think Tribe thought Yasuo died. I'm pretty sure Yasuo probably thought that he died as well, you know. But he gets away by the skin of his teeth. So we're looking like Tribe is very ahead here. We've got Zaya already has Infinity Edge. And Rakan is going for the AP build. He is 150 gold off of his Rod of Ages. He won't get it before. Big.
Oh man, Wandering Pro's not gonna make it out of that one. The culling is doing so much damage. Encore will find everybody, but it won't find the Xayah, who picks up one kill, looking for another. It's gonna go through. Kill credit over to Max on the Rakan. 3 more kills picked up by Tribe Gaming. Between the kills and whatever mayhem, I don't know what the plan was for BT5, but they're all over the rift with some wonky assignments, and they now find themselves down 6,000 gold less than 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, we're looking at one of the largest gold leads I've ever seen this early.
Yeah.
The Yasuo didn't even get to move there because of T Tiger's knockback into the grand entrance by the Rakan. He literally got 100 to 0 without being able to move his character. Really tragic. He had his flash available too. Just you can't do anything there at all. Malphite bought TP, so like he's in lane against a Gragas who has Rod of Ages, and all he's got is a Ruby Crystal. So like these trades are not gonna go well for him. Check.
Okay, we had something going on off screen there. Starting was taken down there by Wandering Pro and the Yasuo. He's shown off some moves, and the Yasuo finally does show up there on the scoreboard, picks up a kill onto Starting himself, but it looks like it was traded for Apathy once again on the Sona, who's having a very rough game thus far, and a lot of pings coming down here bot side. Wait and see. Wandering Pro is pretty low, but has his flash available and last breath, but he's not going to get a chance to use it. Down goes the Yasuo.
Very nice wind wall from the Yasuo. He is going to protect the first turret. That is quite important. And now these lane assignments now have a Sona mid here. So like we've got 2 supports essentially. Like 2 actual supports. Doesn't even seem like there's a mid laner. I think Starting died earlier out of disrespect. The culling goes down here. It's so strong on Lucian in Wild Rift. That culling does so much damage in this game. And do you see he chunks like 3 players down in 1v3 with just one ability.
Oh man, he is on the hunt now, looking for more. There's the great entrance onto 2. Last breath finds only Starting, who's getting burned down by the Yasuo. Maybe Wandering Pro can find something here in the back line. He finds another knockup, but the shields are coming through. Finally, they have the kill. BT5 are turning this fight, but still the Xayah's firing away. Old School perhaps is going to 1v3. He's got 1 kill. He's got another. The Static Shiv is proccing. Old School's on a rampage on the Xayah. That's a triple. And Tribe, it looked a little bit shaky for a minute there, but they come through with a big team fight win.
Yeah, I mean it looks shaky, but the thing is they have 2 ADCs, so you pick off Starting, but like Old School is still there. Old School Max Green are one of the scariest duo lanes in North America. Like no, they're the scariest duo lane in North America, so like you know, they use so much resources taking down Starting and Max Green. They're causing so much commotion that Old School just gets going, and he makes it look like it was a 1v3, but 1v3 versus 3 characters who have no abilities is you know, very easy to do, and Old School makes it look easy, you know.
Absolutely, Old School showing off there in that fight, and even though Starting was the victim of the last breath from Wandering Pro in the end, it was Old School that got to win the team fight there for Tribe, and they find themselves now up 11,000 gold and continuing to push the aggression here. Starting not afraid at all. Is going to fight back 1v3 with the culling. We've seen that before, and BT5 are forced back.
Yeah, we have some we have a little downtime here, like 30 seconds before the dragon. We'll see them reset and stuff, but after the dev diary was just released, we're gonna have some really crazy Lucian builds. You think Lucian is strong now, but like, oh my gosh, he is going to be so strong with all those new crit items. But jumping into this game though, sorry, that's just on my mind, because this game is looking scary. We got 11,000 gold lead. We got the Cloud Dragon spawning here, and I expect Tribe to basically just sit in this bush and kill the whole team. They're able to actually get that. So one issue with having the Rift Herald on your jungler is like they have no sweeper right now, so they actually can't clear these boards off.
There's the great entrance onto everybody. Encore is going to find only 1. The stun, the crescendo is there, but look at the cast coming through. It knocks the whole of BT5 in there. The feathers are raining down. Old School is exhausted. He does not care. Starting at Old School, the 80 carries of Tribe. eradicate BT5. They get a 5 for 3 here in this fight, and they're going to pick themselves up a Drake just for good measure.
Yeah, I mean Chuck has decided to go AP Gragas. I'm not gonna say he's fully disrespecting this enemy team, but like I haven't seen Chuck go full AP in the top lane too often. Like that cast just does so much damage here. Like just the cast alone, you know, that does like 50% of all their health bars. Like I mean, when AP Gragas works, you get to build that AP top lane. They have good scaling, but it's like oh my gosh, that team fight went. It looked so good for a second. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, is BT5 going to pull back with a 10,000 gold lead? Very nice Sona ult, but it's just not enough versus these two ADCs.
Oh no, Apathy is going to be taken down again. Tiger's has been taking every single Sonic wave that he wants. He's even going to toss that Rift Herald there, and there's pings on this Baron. They might take that 10-minute Baron, and I think why not when you look at the lead.
This is a very tribe move right here. You know, you basically 2 or 3 man the Baron. We're just gonna see the Sona die really quick. Just kicked by, she gets executed by the Lee Sin kick. And you know, BT5 might have known about that, but I don't even know if they actually knew. Because the 10-minute Baron is something that happens all the time.
I almost thought we were in a replay. There's the cast coming through. The culling is there. The crescendo's not going to find anybody. The last breath might be able to turn it, but there's just too much damage. The flash from old school, the Xayah. He's been going berserk this game. 11, 0, and 6 now on the Xayah. That's an 8 for Tribe Gaming, and they are just absolutely obliterating BT5 here. 18,000 their gold lead, and they might just look to end. They have the Baron buff.
Yeah, the Nexus is golden, so it has a lot of armor, it has a lot of damage, but we've got Baron buff and 2 ADCs, so it doesn't even look like it's a protected Nexus. They just burn right through that, and that is Tribe with a very compelling lead there. We're probably going to be looking at close to a 15, 16,000 gold lead by the end of this team fight.
Yeah, you know, I do want to give a shout out to BT5 because it's been a lot of negativity, I think, here. I like in the early on, I think they were trying things. I think they knew they're up against Tribe. It seems like they wanted to try some innovation, maybe see if they can catch Tribe off guard, just do something unusual. I'd like it. I'd like Wandering Pro. He had some nice moves there. I think justifiably SVP there, but unfortunately for BT5 and very fortunately for Tribe Gaming fans, it was Tribe coming away with a very strong victory.
Yeah, those early game mistakes were just that. They were mistakes. Those are very fixable. The Yasuo, once again, these Yasuo players, I've been very impressed so far. You know, they're nothing like the NA Yasuos I see usually. He was dip, dodge, duck, and diving and dodging through Tribe around that. It was like right after the Rift Herald, if you remember. I was very impressed with some of his mechanics there. We're looking at the best team in North America here in Tribe. So like any negativity that, and I could sometimes err on the side of negativity to bold test 5 is just because they're playing the best team in North America. You know, like hands down, they're like the second best team doesn't exist anymore. You know, like they disbanded last week. So we're looking at the undisputed best team in North America, and they showed it. The gold lead they had was excellent, and I was very impressed with how methodical Tribe was about taking people down.
Yeah, with some really impressive work there by Tribe for sure. I think kind of what a lot of people expect at this point with Tribe's resume going through all these tournaments, but we'll see. I think we're all expecting them to make a pretty long journey through the Copa America, so just maybe we'll get a chance to see them again. We'll have to wait and see as we can check out some more stats here. Gold differences. Certainly old school showing up there with a 13k gold and passes the eye candy test for sure. Just ripping through those team fights with the feathers.
Yeah. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive from the side of I mean BT5 held on though. So the thing is, the 10-minute Baron is like such a Tribe thing. Like people just, you don't expect a 10-minute Baron even when someone's ahead, right? And they couldn't contest no matter what at the end of the day, right? But just very, very strong performance from the side of Tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's impressive stuff from them for sure. I think we're going to take a real quick break here. When we return, it's Timber Esports versus Mayhem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back, everybody. We are back for more Copa America MGA Wild Rift here. Should be a good one. We've got Timber Esports versus Mayhem coming up in just a minute or two here. I believe we're waiting on draft, but that should not be far away. We've already got a chance to see some very exciting Wild Rift, some very interesting Wild Rift. We look at the previous game. It was rather one-sided in the favor of Tribe Gaming, but we did get to see some interesting stuff. We saw Illusion pop off once again, saw some insane Xayah play coming out from Old School, and I think the bot lane duo of Tribe as a whole looked pretty superb. Pierce, what do you think of that last game? You kind of talked about it, perhaps talk about it more, or what do you think of the upcoming game?
Yeah, so just a brief thing. It's just like, real quick, Tribe is just the best team in North America. So props to BT5 for being there, trying their best and stuff. But it looks like we do have the bans for our next game. So it looks like we have a Kaisa, Gragas, Fiora, and Malphite. Okay. I'm aware of a couple of the players on Team Mayhem, but I haven't seen Timber Esports before. So we'll kind of see once we get in game who's playing what. Uh, Mayhem has a pretty strong all around team. All the players are fairly good. Definitely like a top 4, 5 team or so. So it should be exciting to see how they do. I don't know about Timber. They're in the round of 8, so they can't be too bad. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll wait
The
and see.
Kaisa ban is kind of interesting though. I think it might just be because Soju Rain, the ADC, plays a lot of Kaisa. So we'll have to see if he's still the ADC player on that team. That is.
Yeah, we'll see if that does come through. I am kind of curious what 80 carries might get slotted in there. We've seen so much of the Xayah. We saw a little bit of the Ezreal. I'm trying to think if we saw anything else yesterday, one that I'm forgetting or something. I guess we did see the Ziggs bot once or twice if that comes through. And with no ban, it seems like that might be a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, last game technically was a Yasuo ADC as well. So we've
Oh,
definitely
that's
seen
true. That's
some
true.
interesting things. I think maybe there was one Tristana game. No, maybe not. Uh,
Could
but
be
yeah,
some
I mean,
off stream that we didn't see.
those are just the standard things like Xayah, Kaisa are just so strong right now. Like their damage is just really good. Uh, Ezreal is a very safe ADC too. When you've got like all those assassins, he's not gonna die too often. And then the Lucian we're seeing. I think that was the first Lucian mid though. But starting just is a masterclass in the mid lane. So that was pretty fun to see. Except when he died to the mid laner. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see what the ban phase is like. Particularly with the Kaisa ban. I just think that must be some sort of target ban. So we'll have to see. Looks like we're jumping in right now though.
Yeah, here we've got some drafting going on already. The bans came in. Timber Esports versus Mayhem. Timber on the blue side, Mayhem on the red side. Should be interesting to see what these teams pick up with Kaisa already banned away. We talked about Messina Ziggs, and that is indeed being hovered. I want to know, what are your thoughts, Pierce, about the Ziggs slotting in bot versus potentially slotting in mid? Is that something we'd ever see?
I mean, like you can play Ziggs bot, but he's just so powerful in the mid lane. Particularly with his Mega Infernal Bomb, you get into situations where, like, imagine the laner dies and gets ganked. Ziggs can ult to that side of the map because of the size of this map and stop them from getting a tower and stuff. His wave clear mid is just insane. If you can't even push like with if 4 people are pushing a Ziggs, he has to be like 1 HP for you to actually be able to push the tower in because his wave clear is just so strong. Um, we see the Rakan Galio picked up, so that means that the Galio will be a mid laner here. Um, the Camille's picked. They have Smite. Camille is a very strong jungler in Wild Rift, but also can be flexed into that top lane. We see the Braum as a uh, they picked the Rakan, so they picked Braum in response. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I think that's very smart because Rakan really gets shut down by the Braum. Vi is picked up in return to the Camille. I don't really know about that. It might be a preference pick sort of situation, so we'll have to see. And we get the Ezreal. Instead of the Xayah, they're not worried about taking away the Rakan Xayah. So We'll
Oh,
see.
pick the vein. I love it. Nah, yeah, I wouldn't think so, but
Yeah, Soju is so I'm actually positive that that Timber Esports banned the Kai'Sa way because that's one of Soju's main champions on his profile page. So we'll see. He ends up picking the Lucian instead of the Xayah. I think that's interesting. Especially into a Braum. So I'm a little surprised that they didn't go Xayah. Maybe Soju's really been feeling the Lucian lately. We'll have to see. Um, Both top laners actually have barriers, so they're definitely looking to not die. Both those champions usually have ignite as well, so I'm definitely expecting a very slow top lane.
interesting stuff here. Seeing the Rakan picked up, but not pairing it with the Xayah. I do think we saw once yesterday where there was a Rakan surprisingly not paired with the Xayah. I forget what they went with. It was a Kai'Sa or something else. But certainly the Lucian has been showing up big in the Copa America so far. So we'll see if Soju Rain can join the ranks of the Lucian extraordinaires that have been popping off in this tournament so far. But certainly does look like a lot of engage. I mean, kind of on both sides, but certainly when you look at the Galio Rakan Vi there, that is a big wombo combo I'm expecting to see show up here. And the Ziggs as well that has been showing up big in the times when it's not banned. So this is one of those times as well.
Yeah, so we'll see a lot of respect for these mid bushes right here. They're just making sure that nothing crazy happens, no crazy invades and stuff. Both sides of the river are protected. I'm happy that happens because it means that people are playing fairly smart here. Uh, Blue team was not able to get that ward by the Raptors. So.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a Rakan
electrocute.
mid. It's
Wow.
a Rakan mid.
Oh
Okay.
man, throwing us a curveball. Okay.
I mean, Rakan mid isn't bad, but into a Ziggs, like, whew. If the Ziggs understands this matchup, he just doesn't push the wave. I know that's a little weird to say, like, as a Ziggs, because I was complimenting Ziggs wave clear, but Rakan, like, his wave clear is his body, you know?
Right.
And you can't even use his E in lane, right? So if Ziggs plays this smart, if Rakan, like, I've seen him use 2 Ws so far, right? So that wave should be pushing into him. It looks like Ziggs is not taking my advice, and he's just gonna push in. This just lets the Rakan play safe here, you know. Um, I've mentioned yesterday, or not yesterday, in the previous game, like the scaling on Rakan's abilities are very large. You know, I think he's 80% on 2 abilities, right? And one of the abilities gets casted twice. So, like very strong AP scaling. The Rod of Ages build on support is very popular, but he might even go Luden's Echo in the mid lane. I've seen this a little bit in solo queue.
Oh, we got a gank coming in top, though. Slice and Dice will get Monarch out. Now, potentially re-engage here from Joe2. Looking for a team. Well, maybe he's found one here in the form of Mayhem. One more auto will find it. It is the Vi picking up first blood. Now, potential looking for more. The flash follow there from Monarch. Looking for the stun. Couple more auto will take down the Garen. He does have the barrier. That's the flash. Monarch looking for one more auto before he can get to the fruit. It will come through. Mayhem pick up 2 kills to start us off. And potentially more as stuns coming through here. This is a long skirmish. Okay. And that's it.
Yeah, but now in the bot lane we have a 1v2 situation here. Ezreal goes down to half, but Galio and Lucian really just have poke. They don't have. We're gonna get to see this fight again. I just want to point out the levels here from the junglers. Vi is just able to super clear this, so she is level 4 here. She's an upgraded Q, you know. And once you're being auto attacked by red buff, you really can't run away, you know, especially with a fast attack speeder like Vi. Very smart flash by Monarch here. He knows he has the barrier. He knows that Garen does not have the barrier. So just very smart, aggressive trades there. We love to see that. And now we've just got a huge gold lead for the Rakan. The Renekton has double the Garen's golds because it looks like we just missed a kill off screen.
Oh.
So while we're in the replay, it looks like Renekton was able to pick up a second. So, oh no, the Vi stayed. Oh my gosh, this poor Garen is down bad right there. Renekton's even gonna pick up a turret plate there by literally 1 HP. Gets that last plate down. Rakan's just able to safely farm mid lane, which is I actually talked about someone with this this morning actually while I was streaming, and he was saying that Rakan's a good mid laner, and I think that people just don't know like how to play against Rakan. You know, like if you just don't push the wave, he can't get farm. You know, but it doesn't work out like that. We just see a pretty huge gold lead right here going into the dragon. We'll see if Renekton tries to transfer this lead to the dragon. It looks like he's already rotating down. We love that. He's one of the largest characters in the game. He's already got Black Cleaver as well. Looks like the side of Mayhem has back. They have items on almost all their characters except Vi here.
So gunning for the Trinity Force, and maybe we'll find enough gold to find it there. There is the Assault and Battery. Ultimatum might not save the Camille, but she's okay for the time being. Big Muggo Inferno Bomb. Glacial Fisher finds only one flash. We'll get Enigma out of there. A lot of firepower thrown left and right, but in the end, it's just Zero walking out and a flash burn by the Galio.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good return though. That was looking really bad. Zero is actually able to iframe the grand entrance from the Rakan by using her ultimate there. We really don't want to see Timber Esports starting up this dragon, and they lose positioning because Soju Rain was able to start this, and I'm going to drop it over to you because I think some action's about to happen.
Here we go, great entrance, and there is the hero's entrance over the top. A lot of entering going on. One more kill is going to come through there. The Garen is down. The Demacian Justice cannot find anything. Now Zero looking for more. It's going to flash forward, but the Infernal Drake is picked up by Mayhem. Now a killing spree for Monarch on the Renekton. Somehow Soju Rain survives there with a sliver of HP. 2 for Zero and Drake going over the way of Mayhem.
Yeah, so Soju did use his summoners there, so he will not have those for potentially this Rift Herald, but we're looking at 4,000 gold lead with Infernal, so this is just so scary. The Renekton has so much gold here, can pretty much probably one-shot any player on the team right now. Camille still hasn't been able to finish her Triforce, so this Rift Herald fight in 15 seconds is like shouldn't even be contested by the side of Timber Esports, but that's something that especially some of these beginning teams that are just starting off, it's really hard to not contest objectives, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Oh man, Jochu is looking for that Ziggs. Satchel Charge will get the Ziggs out though, but that's full control of the area now, and a Rift Herald that just may go the way of Mayhem. Timber, they're poking their heads in. You talked about not contesting. Well, they throw a Mega Inferno Bomb in there. Looks like that'll be it, but Mayhem secure the Herald.
Nice, so they do this a little bit late, but this is the right call. You know, you try and get a tower out of the Rift Herald. I mean, there's no minions under here, so now we're just
man, Zero diving back under there. The double kill for Soju. No minions, so that means champions are the target. The Garen's trying to get away. The fruit will be enough to heal him, get him out of trouble. But it's still 3 kills going over the way of Mayhem. We thought maybe it was the right play. You mentioned it might be a little bit late, Pierce. It definitely looks that way.
Yeah, and then Vi just trusts her team. She passed top, gets the first turret all by herself with this Rift Herald. You see, if they just back off here, there's literally no minions. Dang, I mean, sorry, I should be analyzing that a little more, but that's just it. There's no minions there, so the two of them back.
Yeah. Sometimes the problems, mistakes have simple issues to fix. Just, I think in the tutorial, they do emphasize that. Wait for the minions. You need the minions to get to the turret.
I mean, the wave was coming in, so I see, like, there was some, like, thought there. It's just, like, the calculations were just slightly off. I can be sometimes a little harsh. I need to work on that. So we're looking at 6,000 gold lead. It could be worse, to be honest. Down 8 kills, down first tower, only down 7,000 gold now. I've seen worse for sure. Looking at the items here, we have the Rakan actually went for the Rod of Ages first instead of the Luden's Echo. That's just a safer build, especially now that they're like definitely winning. That Rod of Ages is just gonna scale so well, you know. Something very interesting though is a Zeke's rush on the side of the Galio. The Ezreal is going to just use his E to get away.
Oh, there we have the Assault and Battery there on to the Braum. Really trying to get away. The culling's coming through and barely. He is taken down. Now the re-engage from Zero. True Shot Barrage over the top. Looks like that'll be it. There's a Renekton on the prowl. In the meantime, Mayhem have found 1 kill. They're looking to pick up this turret.
Yeah, yep. So they do have the Garen wave clear along with Ezreal.
Oh, man. Both teams really itching for a fight there. Hero's Entrance comes over the top, but the turret does fall. And in the bot lane, we have a dead Ziggs.
Yeah, gets solo killed by the Vi, so I'm curious to watch this Vi. I guess she just instantly rotates down, realizes there's no minions right away, and is able to capitalize on that. Ziggs, who was trying to do a little split push while his team was dying. I can respect that, but in the end, the Johto just has some really good macro, it seems. I'm really impressed with how he's playing so far. But just real back while we have a little bit of downtime. Oh no, the dragon's up. So so we're looking at vision control here. Renekton dashes over the wall, gets the blast cone, so they don't even have a safe chance. And then what that Galio doing there is a very heads up play there. So if anyone even looks to try and dash over the wall, the Galio taunt like interrupts their dash and just like stops them from being able to flash over and stuff. Very heads up play by the Galio. Very happy to see something like that. But now, while we're waiting for this Baron to spawn in 15 seconds, I just want to mention that the Zeke's Herald is a very interesting first buy by the Galio. I mean, it makes sense, you know, if you think about it. You know, if Galio is ulting on someone, it's probably going to be pretty effective, either buffing the damage of his ally or just doing the burn damage. But looks like we're looking for a potential engage here.
Yeah, Assault Battery available. Is he going to go on to the Ezreal? He sure is. The Arcane Shift was already used. Unstoppable is Johto, and Mayhem themselves are looking unstoppable in this game. Nearly 10,000 gold up. A little tiny dent in that made by Ninja picking up the turret in the mid lane. But that's going to be Baron started up, and here's the replay.
Yeah, so the Arcane Shift goes down. As soon as Arcane Shift goes down, the Assault and Battery comes down from the side of the Vi. And then the Galio taunt just locks it up. The Ziggs will get vision of this, but it's just too late. The Baron goes down at 10-minute mark. Side of a pretty strong team to have the nerve to start that dragon. Even 10k gold, you know, some teams are a little afraid to do that. So yeah, we're looking at just 2 items on just about every character here. Rakan's about to get a death cap, so he just does actually quite a bit of damage, can solo kill people at this point in the game. Particularly with the ignite and the electrocute. But just my one note on Galio real quick. So we usually see him building like almost all movement speed items in support. You'll see AP, you know, standard AP Rotovage's death cap build in the mid lane, but from support we really like to see like a dead man's blade and maybe like a force of nature, just so he can like run at them and taunt, you know. Interesting adaptation from the Zeke's Herald, and it seems to be working. So something I will keep an eye out for in the future.
Yeah, well, Mayhem continue to put the pedal to the metal here. They've got 2 Drakes. They have a 10,000 gold lead. They pick up that early Baron, as you mentioned, Pierce. Mountain Drake will be our next Drake of the game, but that's a couple minutes away. In the meantime, Mayhem looking to take down some more of these structures as we see a culling come through. It's a nice Braum shield to prevent it taking anybody down. Two-shot barrage is going to miss, though, and the siege continues for Mayhem right now. All 3 lanes, the 1-3-1 in full effect here right now, and Timber Esports are in dire straits.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming from the Lucian here. That culling just makes it so they can't even step up to defend their lane. Satchel Charge goes down on the...
Oof.
Oh my gosh. Very aggressive here. They're looking to close out this inhib. They've got, you know, 13,000 gold lead, so I see it happening. Just almost like a 1-3-1 going on now. They're gonna shift down to the bot lane while that mid lane is crashing. We'll see them come back to the mid lane while the Renekton stays in the bot with the Vi in the top, and it's just so much pressure with the Baron buff. The 1-3-1 is so effective if you can pull it off in Wild Rift because of the size of the lanes.
Yeah, working great there from Mayhem. They've pushed that gold lead even further, nearing 14,000 at this point. You question if it's even possible for Timber Esports to come back. Of course, they're going to be trying to, hey, you'll lose this game, you still have a lower bracket chance, but you can't give up yet. They've got to look for something here, but Mayhem have just taken just about everything. And Timber Esports have yet to even get a kill here. As the resets come through from Mayhem right now, next on the menu should be this Mountain Drake. And with the advantage they've got, and a lot of ping is coming down, they should be able to pick this one up and maybe even look for some picks. Look to zone Timber Esports away. Saw some heads-up plays before. Enigma with that taunt, stopping anyone from getting in the pit. And yeah, looks like Timber have no hope to contest this here.
Yeah, something that I wasn't able to really comment on, but we saw the items a little earlier. The Rakan is proto belt, so he's really looking to engage here. That is an adaptation that is very aggressive. I like it actually, especially when you're basically the main engage on your team. He's able to get 50% of the bronze health. I mean, he's a mid laner, so I don't know why I'm so shocked, but that is crazy.
It's a Rakan. You don't expect the kind of thing I mean, I think you were mostly joking about the AP Rakan before, but here we have it. AP Rakan mid showing up big with the electrocute, and Mayhem as a whole showing up big. Looking to pick up Baron number 2, and Timber, they can't even look at their own blue buff, much less try to take that Baron. They do have some nice long-range abilities like True Shot Barrage, Mega Inferno Bomb to try to take something. It's not going to get the steal, though. Jotu has been on point with the smites there, gets to secure. Now the Baron, now the siege commences once again. Mayhem looking to close this one out.
Yeah, so we've got a 4-1 setup here. This is the second Baron of the game. I'm a little shocked they weren't able to close out a little earlier, especially with their gold lead, but I fully expect them to get 2 inhibs, maybe 3 inhibs, and potentially the game here. And even just this push here. We've got the top wave crashing, the Renekton's bot. This is a very large top wave as well, so as soon as they finish this, they'll just go right to the mid, take this down, and probably go right down to the bottom. Yeah, very smart macro play. Flash in from the Galio, and they're just going to take
the damage is just too much. The Garen goes down. Rampage for Soju Rain. There's the hero's entrance over the top. The Guardian Angels are available in Timber Esports. They just cannot put a dent in those health bars. Monarch is low, but he is not going to fall. It's the Nexus that will go down in the end. Mayhem with a dominant win.
Nearly a perfect game. 2 towers given up, but that's really nothing when you look at this scoreline here at the end. Very impressive play. Methodical, even more methodical than Tribe even. Very clean game from the side of Mayhem. 2 Barons taken just expertly, 3 dragons, and they just close out the game with all 3 inhibitors down. Very clean game from the side of Mayhem.
Yeah, well played by them as we see the MVP awarded to Jotu. I think justifiably did a great job. Certainly some nice performances. I mean, credit to Soju. We were curious, didn't lock in the Xayah, went for the Lucian to pair with the Rakan, and then it all became clear. It's because it wasn't paired with the Rakan at all. Rakan was mid, so really some nice big brain drafting and lane assignments coming out there from Mayhem. Yeah, what an excellent performance from them, and we'll see how far they make it in this tournament if we get a chance to see them again in the future. Timber, though, it's not all over just yet. They get a chance to show us more of what they've got in the lower bracket.
Very excited to see that. Pretty standard items though when I'm looking at this, so good gameplay from everyone. At the end of the day, you know, Mayhem's been around for a month or 2 at least, maybe a little longer than that. I hope we see Timber more in the future because they did their best there for sure. And GG's to both teams.
Yeah, you can see, hey, Cairo and Ninja were really putting out the damage there at the Ezreal and Ziggs. I mean, it's kind of expected, but at the same time, I think credit to them at least, even in a really rough game, they at least put some damage in there. Wasn't enough to chew through all those health bars, though, of Mayhem. Soju Rain showing up big with some damage. And hey, I mean, not bad AP Rakan mid damage numbers here. So see, overall, I mean, you mentioned maybe possible to close it out a little bit quicker, but Mayhem played a very clean game overall, almost perfect. You can see the gold charts pretty even there.
Yep. Happy to see Mayhem do that well there. They're like I said, top four is a team in North America, and they definitely showed it today.
Yeah, well, our next matchup is going to be 420 versus Estral Esports. Should be a good one. Curious to see what these teams have in store, but we're going to jump to a quick break. We will be back in just a few minutes with that matchup here in the Copa America, North America, Latin America North Division, the upper bracket here. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. I am now unmuted on everything. So, welcome back. We are ready to jump in here right in the draft for 420 versus Astral Esports. Wukong already locked in. It's a heads up. The bans were Lee Sin, Katarina, Braum, and Camille. It's Lee Sin, Katarina, Braum, and Camille all taken off the table already. A pretty quick draft here. We're seeing Ziggs show up once again for Astral Esports.
Yeah, so 420 Esports is a pretty interesting set of players here. We have I believe so Twitch Tybe was actually I actually coached him for a while on one of my teams I played with. He's a very strong jungler. He'll probably go really crazy here in this game. There's actually 2 girls on this roster as well, I believe. So that's something to highlight. I think that's really great when we have girls involved in esports as well, and they're very good players, like challenger players as well. So the left side I believe is just filled with challenger players. I'm not exactly sure who Ghost is, but I believe Ghost is either the Lucian or the Jax, and that duo lane, it's probably Janna and Lucian. Is Ghost and Hestia, just gone by different names. So we'll see them. Sade Beal is she's a very good Janna player, so I'm excited to see that. Meals plays a lot of TF as well. I'm a little upset that he didn't go for Acel, because Meals is one of the best Acels in North America. I'm really highlighting 420 because this is like a fully challenger team, I believe. It might not show on their borders because there are some account swaps, but I expect a lot from the 420 roster here.
Well, we'll see what they can do as we're going to be loaded into the Rift here in mere seconds. 420 versus Astral Esports. We're getting further into the upper bracket here, so these are all teams that have already fought their way through some games. Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty in terms of the last couple teams remaining. Of course, as we've mentioned a few times, there's still the lower bracket, but upper bracket is what everybody wants. They want to go right to the semifinals and then right to the finals. Here we go, though. We're going to be loading into the Rift. It is 420 versus Astral Esports. Should be a cool one. Once again, we're seeing Lucian here and Jax, who we have not gotten a chance to see too often. I don't know that we've seen a Twisted Fate, at least on our stream thus far in the Copa America either, so should be cool to see what these champions have in store.
Yeah, so Twisted Fate's extremely strong and competitive. We might see some very the junglers can get extremely punished if you have a very good jungle mid synergy, because the jungle can go in and do a crazy invade. That looks like a 1v1, and the TF ult comes in, you get vision of the entire team, and you can jump on top of the jungler to make it a 1v2. Ziggs is looking like he's having a little bit of internet issues. Okay, he's gonna get to his mid lane. He's just playing safe. We're going to see just the bot lane from the side of 420 Esports is very strong actually. Janna can poke so aggressively. Varus is thought of a poke champ, but Janna just does so much. She's gonna be pretty respectful, I guess, more than I'm usually used to seeing, because it is a competitive match. People take it a little more slower than they would potentially in ranked. And this Jax is already winning a Gragas matchup, and Gragas is usually thought of as a very strong top laner, so maybe that's a little bit more of an explosive top lane than we're used to, because it's usually two tanks versus one another. He steals the honey fruit. That is so disrespectful there. Oh my gosh. That is unfortunate for the Okay, so we're gonna see something really cool, and this is one of the worst reasons to play bot lane in competitive. So at level 3, the mid laner and the jungle clear the mid camp, but oh, the Jarvan ganked early. But so what usually happens is the mid lane and the jungle clear the mid on the 3rd wave, and then they 4-man dive the bot wave. We'll see if they clear this again. Maybe they'll go top now. So you'll basically see the jungle and the duo lane playing as like or the jungle and the mid lane playing as a duo as well, because the mid lane is basically like it's turned into like a second support in like the highest competitive games.
Well, that should be interesting to see as the game develops further. Thus far, no bloodshed. We did see a couple of summoners spent here. I do see the heal burned by Alfredios and Sadbuel as well. 3 sets coming through here. Mountain Drake will be our first Drake of the game, but pretty quiet at this point. Couple of pings coming down there as both junglers are looking towards top side. Twitch Tybe is going to take away those Raptors.
Yep, they're just starting to get some leads there. Raptors is a really good source of XP, so he's just going to take that away from Jarvan, and he already has a 200 gold lead here. He's going to be able to safely back here. Looks like he's going to pick up a Sheen and a Phage. Those are 2 very strong early items for the jungle. The Phage slows people down, and the Sheen just provides quite a bit of extra damage. Quick flash from the Meals. He doesn't want to lose too much HP. The Cataclysm could have came down and he potentially died. We have a big fight here.
Alfredios has no heal. It's going to get away with a sliver of HP there. The Varus is going to burn the barrier. Culling comes out. Not going to find the Varus. Oh, the arrow over the wall is going to take down Bad Habits. Now the flash away from the Varus. This does not look good. He does have the hero's entrance here, but this is a 2v3 and very low health bars on the side of Estral Esports. The dive comes through. The taunt is there, but 2 kills are traded back. 420 gets the 2 for 1.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I feel like the Galio could have just left his ADC to die, but he had the subvert instincts come in, and he's like, oh, I'll hero's entrance here. But in the end, that's just gonna make it. So we're gonna see this replay real quick. Watch this. Watch the Varus arrow here, very strong. So the Lucian has 2 stacks of corruption on him, so that's why he takes so much more damage than you're used to. Okay, so something we also need to think about here is like this is at 3 minutes and 24 seconds, and Galio ult has like a 90-second cooldown. So during this next dragon, they're not gonna have hero's entrance, and we're already starting this dragon here. Cataclysm goes in.
Cataclysm is there, gets 2 flashes for it. Now Rue looking for the Drake here, 2,000 on that Drake. Will there be a steal? Not in the area as Tybe looking potentially for a fight. But no, 420 just gonna back away. Astral Esports pick up that Mountain Drake. Nobody falls.
Jax is in the top lane though. He's potentially going to get a first turret here. Tybe gets the Scuttle Crab right in front of them. But it looks like 420 Esports is just gonna trade that
that's a lot of damage. Oh, the cannon is almost gonna take down Meals. Barely survives.
Yeah, so Astral Esports is able to doesn't quite hit. Astral Esports is able to get that Mountain Dragon, but this is a 3,000 gold lead. And in our earlier series, I said that the 2,000 gold lead is pretty fine for a Mountain Dragon, let alone a 3,000. So, we'll see exactly where the gold is. Very close here. Just, does anyone have flash there? I feel like Ziggs could have flashed in there to secure the kill, but it's fine. He'll play safe. He'll be safe from the potential Wukong gank in the future. And Jax is just gonna run over this matchup now. Now that he has that first tower gold, Jax is one of the highest scaling champions in the game. You don't see him competitive too much because he is just that. He's a scaling champion. So if he's able to get ahead, he can be very punishing. Looks like we have a lane swap from both teams here. We've got the top laners now in the bottom lane. Oh, we'll probably have an engage here, though.
Flash there. That's the Cyclone onto 3. Now the turn potentially hero's entrance is there, but the Blight is going to stop. The Gallo, he's already down. Now potentially Ono Panda's going to fall. One more auto into the Varus would do it, but he's still alive. He fires back. Astral Esports have found one, but they're so low. They got to get out of there. That is the culling coming through, but so much damage onto the Lucian. He has to flash out of the Mega Inferno Bomb. Now Meals is here to continue the fight, but in the end, both teams will back away 1 for 1. These teams going blow for blow at this point, but it is 420 with a nice 4,000 gold lead as we're crest past the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, this hero's entrance is just by the skin of his teeth, and it's able to knock up Tybe, the Cataclysm right after, we'll see in this fight, and it just makes Tybe, he's already used Flash early to get this Cyclone in, so when he gets caught by this Cataclysm in about a second, he has nowhere to go. He can't dash out to anyone, and he ends up trading his life for support. It could have gone a little closer, but at the end of the day, like it's a good trade for Astral Esports. They burn the jungle's Flash, and they don't lose Rift Herald, even though it's nearly a 4,500 gold lead here for 420.
Yeah,
a little bit of trading here. Yep.
Both teams trading back and forth, but not sure if they want to commit just yet. Those arrows starting to do a little bit of damage, but not enough to take anybody down just yet. Rift Herald is going to be started here by Tybe. We'll see if the contest comes through. Rue does have that Guardian Angel. He's had it for a couple minutes now, so if he does want to go in, he'll have that opportunity, knowing he will have the revive. Type is going to be careful here as the redemption comes through. The arrows are there, and now here comes the steal is taken. Rift Herald over to Estro Esports, and the fight might go their way as well. They've taken down the Lucian already. Will they find more time? Forced to retreat there, and Estro Esports again, despite being down gold, they're continuing to find the victories here. So we see Chim on the bot side. Tybe is on the wrong side here. The taunt is there. The kill goes over to Ruo the Jarvan. 2 more kills go the way of Astral Esports, and maybe with this Rift Herald, they can cut that gold lead down to size a little further. Top side, though, Chim is just doing whatever he wants, despite being so low here.
They're going to take this mid turret down with this Rift Herald, though. So, like, tier 2 turret is good, but the top side is going to die as well. Meals will use his ultimate to get up there. He might die in this replay, but we'll see when we get back. The nice steal from Jarvan, and Jax is in the bottom lane, so like this is just like not good. There was no sweepers if you look at the side of 420 Esports, and Varus was able to get away there. Didn't even have to use flash as well. Very unfortunate. Right now, Lucian actually had to pick up sweeper on his team because neither the jungle nor support on the side of 420 Esports has picked up a sweeper, and I think that was pretty vital to the reason why they were able to easily take that initiate onto Tybe in the Rift Herald pit, because they just knew Jax was bottom. We're gonna start this dragon here. Every objective so far has gone to Estral Esports. After I complimented Tybe, he's traditionally thought of as one of the best junglers in North America, but he does play a lot of solo queue though, so maybe, and 420 is a relatively new team, so who knows. Crazy blue invade there. That is pretty risky. They know Tybe is mid lane, so they know the dragon can't be started yet. Jax is just farming up the jungle. I really like how Jax's playstyle though. It's not quite working out with his team, but Jax definitely knows what he's doing.
They do get the flash.
Yeah.
Flash out of the Cataclysms, so that will get him to safety, but now potentially the Ocean Drake. Both junglers in the area now. I wonder though if Estral Esports can't take this one, as they have every other objective on the map to this point. They've cut the gold lead just about 2,000 right now, and it seems like they've had the upper hand in a lot of these fights. Here we see the flash burned.
Yep, that will be nice for this fight. We'll see this. Where's Wukong? Wukong's on the other side of the pit. The TF ult comes down. It looks like TF's gonna go for a potential flank here. We have a 5v5. It's front to back. In a front to back.
Stun. Counter-strike on 4, and there comes the Cyclone. There's the Chains of Corruption trying to slow down 420, but Estral Esports are in a full-on melee right now. The gold card is going to come through. There's the culling. It's going to go wide. Hero's entrance over the top. A lot of low health bars. Meals very low right now. Somehow nobody has died there. Down goes the Jarvan. Now perhaps Estral Esports have found yet another fight. They've got to be careful though. There comes the counter strike. Down goes the Ziggs. Tatten has been taken down, and Chim leading the charge here on the Jax. Gold card onto the Varus, but that is a trade kill back. Both teams going neck and neck in this fight, but Chim is so tanky with the help of the Janus shield. The re-engage is there. And a long and bloody fight leaves us with a 3-for-4. It was Estral Esports coming out with the victory. St. Buell, the lone survivor.
Oh my gosh, I mean, the one thing we have to remember though is it was a 3-for-4, but Jarvan died twice. So like he did lose his GA, which is a lot of gold for this next potential dragon fight. He basically is going to be only a 1-item champion. Very greedy from the side of 420 Esports though. Like a lot of these engages for 1-for-1s are like so weird. Right now we see Tybe on the opposite side of the map. He's getting his blue buff. He's going to still be able to get to this fight in time. Gragas is going to TP down. And we see Wukong's pathing down here. But as soon as they see Jax on the top side of the map, they're just going to know that they can go right for this. They ping Baron. They're going to try and start this Baron here. Very interesting play here. The TF ult goes down. Jarvan is going to be on over here. So he's not
there's the taunt. 2,000 on the Baron. They're going for the bomb over the top. Who's going to take it? It goes the way of 420, but now the fight. There's the Cyclone. They found Chopanda. The Varus is in a difficult position here. Chains of Corruption there will stop him, but the gold card, down goes the Varus. That's already 2 members of Estral Esports dead, and the Baron went the way of 420. They may have found their opportunity to break this game open. One more auto will take down the Gragas, and they do just that. Mark falls. 3 kills go over to 420, and they're going to be wearing purple for a couple more minutes.
Very, very strong Baron call from the side of 420 Esports. Whoever pinged that, very smart, good call. But at the end of the day, this is just weird that they try and 4v5 here. Like I just am very much questioning why they decide to take this 4v4 fight. There's no chance they steal the Baron, and it just goes. They lose they lose 3 players, and I mean they do have 3 dragons. So if this if they're able to hold out for the next 5 minutes, they have a very strong potential 4 dragon elder. We'll see a potential a 1-3-1 because we can have Jackson a side lane, TF in the other side lane, and then Wukong, Janna, Lucian in the mid lane. Looks like the Janna and the Lucian will stay together in the side lane. Actually, they're just picking up a little gold. We'll see a lot of sieging here. Let me just take a quick look at some of the items. We have another Zeke's from the Galio support, so maybe I just am not too familiar with how this is going because I wouldn't expect that. We have a team fight here though.
Oh man, Rue could be taken down here. A lot of damage, but it's a tanky Jarvan. Cyclone in the back line. There's the Cataclysm. Big knockups coming through here. 420 trying to take down the last members. Also, Panda does fall. The Wukong finds the kill, and he's got a Guardian Angel. He is going to be back. Megan for a moment over the top, though. Will pick up the kill for real. Now, Mark is going to fall to the culling. 3 members of Estro Esports are dead, and Shu has been doing as he pleases in the top lane. Meanwhile, they want the Nexus. Estro Esports, they've got to do something, but there's no time left. The Nexus falls. 420 with the victory.
Yeah, very interesting engage from this side of 420 Esports. It works out in the end. That was a 4v5 they initiated. They did have Baron, so lots of bonus stats, and just Jax is just pounding on the top inhib, and then basically could have ended the game himself if that fight had gone any longer. Pretty strong macro strategy there in the end from the side of 420 Esports, but I'm not sure how effective that's going to be against someone like Tribe. We'll have to see in the future. The Janna that I pointed out, I'm just saying, that's a 91% kill participation right there. Just
Ooh.
absolute monster. Very impressed with Sayed Bull. I think her name's Hestia, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Sayed Bull is the character name there. Very very strong play from the Janna. Good tornadoes, good ultimates, but at the end of the day, it's just a very strong engage from Tybe. He has GA. He knows he's gonna survive. Has that stone plate. They put so much damage into him, and Jax just ends the game by himself essentially. Excited to see more from 420 Esports, and Estral could have probably won that game, to be honest, if they just hadn't tried to 4v5 a Baron, like a team who's already done Baron with no jungler, no less as well.
Yeah, some interesting decision making there, but Estro Esports, certainly they put up a good fight. I mean, 12-10 the kill score, and a lot of those fights, they did look pretty good. So I think it's going to be fun to watch 420 as they proceed through the winners bracket. But of course, I definitely don't know that we've heard the last from Estral Esports. They made it this far, certainly showed some major signs of life here. You can see they almost clawed their way back there in the gold, but not quite. It was 420 with the victory.
Yep. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how 420 does in the future, and if Estral Esports is able to claw their way back to potentially winners finals or losers finals.
Yeah, there's certainly that route. They can make it all the way back. A lot of teams going to be waiting for them there, but some decent performances here, I think, showed that potentially they could look to do just that. But a nice showing ultimately here. Actually, we had some different okay, we just changed here. So Infinity versus Tribe Gaming are gonna be our next matchup here. That's gonna be in just a few minutes. We've already gotten a chance to get a rough idea of how some of these teams like to play. Infinity versus Tribe sounds like a mouth-watering matchup to me. We're gonna take a break for just a few minutes here. We'll be right back with coverage of the draft and get you onto the rift for that one. See you then. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're jumping right into draft, in fact, here, as we do have yet another exciting matchup for you here. Tribe Gaming versus Infinity. We've gotten a chance to see both these teams in action already, which I always love, because now we get to see, we know a little bit about some of the background and everything that we'll be bringing to the table. We'll see, as we already have some of the bands coming in as well. Braum, Ziggs, Garen, and Olaf. It's Braum, Ziggs, Garen, and Olaf band away. A few picks already floating in.
Yeah, so the Garen ban is kind of I feel like that's just they don't want Chuck playing that. He's gonna pick up the Gragas anyways. Gragas is a very strong top laner. Chuck is just so consistent. I think Chuck is so good. He doesn't need to be flashy. He doesn't. I talked about starting, so I'll just talk about Chuck a little bit. He doesn't like need to be flashy. He's not like he doesn't mind playing the Malphite, the Gragas, the Garen, you know, whereas like a lot of top laners, especially because they practice in solo queue, they want to be on Camille, they want to be on Fiora, they want to be on like Jax in the last game. But the top lane right now is just like you just play for your team, you know. Taking a look at this draft so far, I think we're gonna see Tribe. I think we're gonna see starting on Yasuo actually. They have the Wukong, they have the Gragas, they have the Janna. They've got so many matchups. Dang, it would have been so good. He's got a pretty good Yasuo too. We've seen so many today.
Huh.
They're just gonna swap or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting because they both have. Maybe he didn't have the right champ, but
yeah. Max Green probably doesn't have Varus, and then okay. So then I want to highlight something on the bot side of the map. Varus Janna is one of the scariest bot lanes. It actually has the ability to beat Rakan Zaya, and especially watching Old School and Max Green, I'm positive that they will have the spacing like necessary to you know, pull off that bot lane win. We're going to have Galio mid, unless it's like, you know, Galio supporting Rakan mid, who knows. But I doubt that though. And then Camille jungle. So we'll see how the bot lane does. That should be pretty interesting. Some pretty aggressive trades should be going back and forth. Because Janna and Varus just can like whittle you down so easily. But the Rakan and Zaya can just do like really huge damage poke numbers in like 1 to 2 seconds. So we'll see a lot how that bot lane goes, and I'm excited to see this match because INF seemed to do pretty good in the first game of the series.
yeah, I had a lot of fun watching them, and wow, I mean, these are going to be some explosive team fights for sure when you look at the Malphite with the Galio Camille combination there, the Rakan over the top. Definitely a lot of opportunity for some outplays and some maybe some misplays potentially. Hopefully not. We'll see. Infinity versus Tribe here in the upper bracket of the Copa America, North America, and Latin America North Division. Tribe starting, going to be piloting the Orion here. We wanted to see the Yasuo, but it did not happen. A couple of leashes coming through.
This is something that you'll see in some of the high elo things. You saw how Gragas went and took this mid wave. You know, if you saw that in solo queue, you'd have a mid laner that might end up AFKing pretty soon into the game. But the idea behind that is actually that the Gragas now, if you will, look, he's already level 2 and the Malphite's level 1. So that's like such a distinct advantage there in the top lane that it really doesn't hurt the mid lane. And then starting is gonna end up getting a really aggressive trade onto the Galio anyways. And was able to also pop the vision plant. So we just have like a little bit of a macro gameplay there, and they're just going to win out there, and they don't really lose too much. Orion is down 50 gold. That's fine, you know, we take those.
Right, not a problem there for starting in the mid lane. I do see in our ordering we do have Wizard on the Rakan in the mid lane, so maybe our producer expecting that. Rakan mid once again potentially, but not this time around. Zaya Rakan duo reunited, and now potentially caught in a 2v3 as we do have the Wukong Tigers looking for some kills. A couple more damage there. Hunter is going to survive for the time being, but another auto is going to come through. Tigers gets the kill, and now looking for a second. Wizard is going to fall. 2 kills already to Tribe Gaming. We'll see what else they can find here. They're going to get a Scuttle Crab for dessert and potentially look mid.
Yeah, and you know, starting Max Green and T Tigers are just gonna walk up here and try and contest this other scuttle. You know, Camille probably has to burn her flash as well.
Oh man,
She is able to get out. That is good. but they're gonna pick up the scuttle, and they get just flashes from the entire team. It looks like now. We're gonna see like Rakan start to path back here, and I'm just so confused by that. I think he potentially gets out, and Wizard might not even die as well. In the end though, they burn all their summoners in the bot lane, so T Tigers is just gonna be going bot. He's gonna clear his jungle, and he's just gonna go bot. Or you know what? He's probably actually gonna go mid, help start and clear the wave, and then they're gonna all go bot together. Tigers has not backed yet, so he's gonna back and probably get looks like he's gonna go tank. He's gonna go full tank Wukong here. He's starting to build the Sunfire cape we just saw. Chuck, looking for some damage here. He had the ult, so he probably could have killed.
Uh-oh. Chain of Corruption is going to come through, but not going to be enough to get the kill there onto Hunter. But a lot of damage you can see. Bot lane duo of Infinity under a lot of pressure here. Old School saw him really pop off with the Xayah, and now showing how aggressively he and Max Green can play into that. Here comes T-Tigers, though. The Cyclone is there. Wizard gets back in a turret, and perhaps they've dove too far now with the ultimatum coming through. There is the counter kill. Old School pretty low. Got to be careful with that Camille, but in the end, it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, and 1 for 2 actually, because Rakan and Xayah died.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah.
And the Hextech ultimatum is a pretty long cooldown, so.
Oh no, he made it out. He made it out, just barely.
Oh, he did make it out. Okay,
yeah,
so 1 for 1. I mean that's pretty good. It's good to slow down the Wukong. He's able to go back and get the Kindle gem, pretty strong there. But Xayah's gonna come to this dragon fight with a BF sword and the crit glove. I'm not exactly sure on the exact name of that, but that
Brawler's glove, I believe.
Brawler's glove, yes, yeah. Now that you're saying it, that makes a lot of sense. Basically she doesn't have items start for this dragon fight, so we'll see how that kind of goes. Camille's gonna go for a blue buff here, while Tigers and Tribe just get vision.
Wizard able to go in there with the Rakan, knowing he can get out pretty easily. And now Infinity actually do start up this Drake. Gotta be careful though of T-Tigers. He does have the Cyclone in about 10 or 15 seconds though. It's not there yet, but the fight's already begun. Unstoppable Force finds the Orianna. Wizard is back out of there, but the healing is true from Max Green. Feathers dodged out from it. Seems like Tribe are dodging all the big ultimates coming through from Infinity. They've already got 1 kill now. T-Tigers in the back line. He takes a bit of damage, but it's not enough to take him down. Infinity are being slaughtered. 1 more kill will take him down to the ace. And not a single, okay, T-Tigers does fall, but still a 5-for-1 in favor of Tribe Gaming.
And, you know, with all 5 players now dead, we take it to Tigers' deaths because they get first turret, and it's the mid turret. That opens up the entire map for Tribe. And the snowball will just begin here, you know. I can't wait to see the gold lead here. It should be like, you know, 5,000-6,000, you know, already. After this turret's taken down, and then they'll be able to go back and clean up an easy ocean dragon as well in a minute or two with this massive gold lead.
Yeah, cresting towards almost 5,000 now. Tribe looking real good once again. Rift Herald will be spawning in 15 seconds. We see some lane reassignments coming through. The bot laners of Infinity, they've found Chuck. But that's a tanky Gragas, and he body slams his way away. And it looks like that Ocean Drake is going to go right over to Tribe Gaming. No contest.
Yeah, as soon as they see that Xayah and Rakan top, they're like, okay, Ocean Drake is ours. We take that. The Malphite doesn't really do too much damage bottom. And the thing is that the first turret's gone. So, like, you don't care if he takes the bot lane turret, you know? Like, the Rift Herald now is actually better. Like in a lot of these situations, we see this Rift Herald and we're fine with the Baron laner trading a turret. There is an engager from Gragas.
Oh, here we go. It looks like the Camille has to get out of there. Yiso gets out, but now there's the cask. It only finds the Xayah. They've got 1 kill, looking for more. They will get on to Hunter. 1 more auto will take him down. It's a double kill coming through for Old School, looking for more. T-Tigers picks it up. That's a 3-for-0 now for Tribe. The re-engage is there. The ultimatum onto T-Tigers. The Unstoppable Force. No getting out of that one. Infinity get 1 back, but still Tribe in a nice position.
Yeah, they're gonna get some turret plates on this mid turret. They get the Hextech ultimatum, they get the unstoppable force, and they get one turret plate mid. They shouldn't probably get more, but I guess all the ults are down. Hero's entrance is also burned as well, so for the there's no ults for the side of Infinity, and with the gold advantage, you're fine fighting with no ults, you know. And just Infinity can't force anything. Good engage by Chuck here.
Gets a lot of damage out there, yeah, with the Gragas, and buys so much time. I can't believe he didn't die. He was just getting hit by 3 people.
Yeah, that's why you build tank on all these top laners, because they just live forever. Tank items are extremely strong in this current meta. They end up using, Hextech ultimatum and unstoppable force, like I said there. So like, T-Tiger's dying there isn't the worst. We're just gonna look for Infinity to just try and scale. At the end of the day, though, we have an Orianna on the side of Tribe Gaming, and Orianna is one of the highest scaling champions in the game. You've got the Janna who's gonna scale extremely well. I'm worried about Infinity's chances. They definitely don't engage here. This is like pretty scary. They're gonna get away. Excellent. I Orianna is just meanwhile pushing that top lane. She's gonna get the turret up there. She's getting free gold. There's no objectives up.
Oh, unstoppable force finds only T-Tigers. The charm is there, but the Wukong is not going to fall easily. Here comes the return guild. The arrows from old school are true. The taunt is there. Infinity are taking so much damage. T-Tigers is somehow still alive. Incredible. Max Green keeps T-Tigers alive that long. In the end, he falls, but by the time the Wukong is dead, Hunter's the last Infinity man standing, and there comes the cast. Nice dodge out with the Feather Storm. Looks like Hunter will survive, but Tribe with a big win. And now, oh, there's the arrow from old school to finish off the delayed ace. Tribe running away with this one.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a Varus, you've got an Orianna, like you've got the Wukong in the front line as well as the Gragas. They can't touch. It's impossible to touch the Orianna and the Varus, especially with the Janna. We have an engage here, a little miss from the Camille. The Unstoppable Force goes in on a Wukong. Like, Wukong's so tanky, especially with his recent change where, like, you see that stone plate right here? He basically has like a billion health, you know. Even if you're attacking him, like, it doesn't mean much. Hero's entrance again used super late, doesn't get any value. It's just a snowball here. We've got a 10,000 gold lead in the middle of this fight, and it's just gonna get worse and worse. As soon as we get out of this replay, we're gonna see Tribe, you know, setting up for a Baron, the 10-minute Tribe Baron, and there's not gonna be much that Infinity can do here.
Nice play continues to come from Tribe. Now Baron is spawned, Infernal Drake on the table as well. I did like in that fight, Yeso was just hunting down T-Tigers. Continue to auto him, and it seemed like the Wukong survived with like 1% HP just for so long there. There's an unstoppable force though. Now we have a fight. They found 2. The charm is there. Max Green's going to keep him at bay, but the re-engage comes through from Infinity. A big knockup is going to slice through the Infinity lineup. One more auto will take down 3, and again, this time it's only Wizard left in T-Tigers. It's just a matter of cooldowns. It's going to chase Wizard to the ends of the earth here, and down goes the Rakan. Tribe find themselves a 5-0 once again, and they've got their eyes set on the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, T-Tigers doesn't even need to show up here. He could push mid if he wanted. The Unstoppable Force goes down, but the thing is, Janna doesn't get charmed by Rakan. So if Rakan had actually gone for the charm on Janna right away, I mean, teamfight probably doesn't go like well for them, but maybe it's not a complete ace. This is, I think, the 3rd ace of the game, right? Or close to that at least.
Close,
Tribe is just snowballing right here. And that was a clean ace too. Very, very strong performance from Tribe. I've talked about them being the best in North America, and they're absolutely showing this. We actually have so Wizard did go for AP Rakan this game. Remember, he didn't go AP Rakan in the last game, but he did choose to do it in this game. And the thing is, a scaling engage here. Big
And
for the
there's the
Galio.
unstoppable force, but again, Max Green keeps them away. Here's the Cyclone coming through from T-Tigers, and Infinity are in full retreat, but the kills keep coming. Hunter now back against the Fountain, finally takes down T-Tigers. Old School did fall in the chaos, but it's still Baron buff. It's still 3 members. Hunter has got to heal up. He's got to find something, but Chuck, the front line is too big there. They're firing away on the Nexus. It's going to fall. Hunter falls as well, and Infinity fall to Tribe Gaming.
Yep, so 3 aces in the end. For sure. Very just very strong performance from Tribe, and wow, because Infinity looked pretty good in game 1. It just goes to show, like, you know, the difference between the first place and, you know, some of these other teams, you know. Very strong play. T-Tigers just not worried about his KD, just like absolutely making sure that his team just positively wins these team fights and is able to just secure objectives after. Has 5 of the team's 6 deaths, and I would still say he played extremely well. If Max Green wasn't on one of his signature champions, you know, Janna, I would have said he played, you know, like extremely well. It's really nice to see, especially in competitive play where people aren't too worried about their KD. You know, they're aggressively trading and stuff. He didn't even have GA. Think about that. I mean, he was just about to build it, but just diving in, so confident in his Gargoyle Stone Plate. That item is so stupid, and I hope it gets nerfed. We see 4 Gargoyle Stone Plates in this game right
Oh
now.
man, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, look how much damage T-Tigers took compared to the rest of his team. They basically could only attack T-Tigers in those team fights, and he's just Wukong monkey boy spinning around, you know, distracting them while Old School is just pumping damage into them.
Yeah, 21,000 plus there for Old School on the Varus. You can see Hunter doing his best to fire some of those feathers away. Got 13k in his own right, but it was Tribe with 26-6, a very clean victory overall. They close it out and they advance even further into this tournament, and the gold graph on your screens makes it clear that Tribe never really gave Infinity a route back into this one.
Yeah, just steady climb. There's no dips whatsoever, you know. Just each team fight, you know, they're playing extremely well. And I mean, this kind of goes to show, like, the past 2 games we've watched, the John is the MVP and 0 deaths. For both games in a row, the John has 0 deaths. I'm a Janna main, and I understood why she was nerfed twice in a row, and I heard some people are like, why are you nerfing Janna again? But it's just like, Janna's insane. You know, like so safe, you know, like just I love Janna. I think she's just so strong. That's the Varus build you need to go, by the way. The full AD build. That's the best way. But we'll sign out for now, or I'll sign out for now and let you. Bye bye for a bit.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We have our final game of the day coming up here. Mayhem versus 420. Already, we do have some bans coming in. We should be jumping into pick ban in right about 1 minute. Bans, Rakan, Gragas, Fiora, and Janna all banned away. Anything that tells you, Pierce?
Two support bans. Basically, I mean, Braum is a really strong support, but like you don't ban him unless you're planning on like first picking Rakan, right? He's a very strong champ, but he doesn't like you you want like a Lucian with him. He's not like a playmaker, like a John Varus lane. That's so scary, you know. Rakan Zaya, that's so scary, you know. We even had, I think that we might have even had a Rakan ban for the mid lane, which is something new for me, you know. So we'll have to see. The Fiora ban as well is interesting, especially with the Gragas. So we got two the Fiora ban you haven't seen too often recently, but perhaps one of the teams has a very strong Fiora pick. Um I definitely expect to see some really high priority on Braum though, because the Janna and the Rakan have been banned. So I would not be shocked to see like a first pick, and if it's not first picked, it's absolutely gonna be snatched up by the enemy team in their picks. Looks like we're jumping into draft, so let's see what they pick first.
Here we go. Mayhem versus 420. Again, a best of one. We've seen both these teams before. It is going to be the Galio picked up first for 420.
Just a little bit of
Oh, sorry, the Wukong first. The hover. I got messed up by the hover. Galio Camille. Okay, nice combo in response to the Wukong.
that is still tied, by the way. He played a really aggressive Wukong in the first game. That is just one of his other accounts. So that is still tied playing, and his Wukong has gotten infamous, I would say, in for enemy players in inside of North American Wild Rift. And okay, so I actually was talking to some of the other players off stream in between some of these games, and I was like, "Is that just like a Jax one trick? Like what's happening?" And you just saw the dot from the Sayed Bull in the bottom lane, Hestia, and the Jax is actually a Z1 trick. So that is that is why we saw the Z. It's probably going to be a top lane Z, unless TF goes top, but that should be it might actually be a really good matchup into the Malphite. So we'll have to see. Varus Seraphine is almost as strong as Janna. I think you'll actually start to see Varus Senna. Actually, I've been playing that a little bit myself. If you would like to try out a Senna comp, because Senna doesn't do too well with ADCs, if we're gonna be honest. Besides Varus, we'll see about that. We had one Senna yesterday, but I'm getting off track. Pretty darn good team fight comp from the side of 420 though. We have got the Camille Galio combo, followed up by a potential Diana ult and a unstoppable force from.
I love that we're seeing the chat from the players somehow. It's nice.
Yeah, they definitely don't realize that they're going to that's not seen on stream, but fine, they're fine. Okay, so Johto did really well in the Vi in the last match that we saw of them, so I'm excited to see how he does on this Camille. Tybe was originally known as a Camille one trick, so maybe there's a little throwback to Tybe. You know, we'll have to see. The Camille will be able to trap the Varus as well, so we'll have to see. Actually, Hestia and the Nami player swapped from Seraphine to Nami, so that's an extremely poke heavy team. Nami provides some of the highest healing actually from any supports in Wild Rift, and her ult plus bubble combo is very strong.
Yeah, so we're seeing Expedient piloting the Diana here into the Twisted Fate that we saw in our previous game, but some familiar faces as well in the forms of the Wukong and Soju Rain piloting the signature Kaisa. Certainly going to have our eyes in the bottom lane, as has been the case in a lot of these games, a lot of bot lane focus, it feels like. You know, it's just because we keep seeing Malphite's top side, so there's not as much to do up there, but curious to see how the Kaisa will pair up, and you talked about this heavy poke lane that Mayhem are bringing forth. We'll see if they can make some stuff happen.
Okay, yeah, so definitely excited to see Soju on his signature Kaisa, like we said. But it's just so hard to play against a Varus lane. You know, he's already lost half his HP. He's gonna be able to get that honey fruit, but the pressure is just gonna go on and on. Yeah, this the thing about Malphite is he just doesn't lose, right? So like you know, Zed's like hopefully gonna rotate for that dragon, maybe pick up a kill or something. This is what I wanted to highlight in the previous game we saw of 420 Esports.
Oh, wow. Hello, Jungle
weird.
Difference, bye. Hello, Flash over the wall, and bye. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he just took away the blue buff with the smite. Am I?
That was weird.
Wow.
Because he had no vision. But oh my God, Zed gets first blood in the top lane as well.
Oh,
And this
okay.
is just spiraling out of control right here.
Holy cow, the exhaust. Down goes the Diana. Already 2 kills over to Mayhem. We saw, yes, the Zed top picked up the kill, but now Jotu missed the hook shot. Oh no, and now perhaps the Zed can get out with the Living Shadow. A flash will get him to safety, and now here comes Hello Jungle. Bye. This should be a kill onto Jotu. Even the Zed is going to be there for good measure. He'll even pick up the kill. 3 kills to Mayhem.
Oh my gosh, and this is spiraled out of control here. The TF actually took an exhaust in this matchup because he's worried about the Diana ult, and it ends up just basically securing a kill there because Diana just can't get away. We're looking at almost a 2,000 gold lead at the 2-minute mark. That is devastating for the side of 420. The graphics are actually wrong, so I believe 420 is on the left side and Mayhem is on the right side. Just,
oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. My mistake on that. I've been calling all these victories for Mayhem, but it's all swapped. 420 have been the ones coming up big early on here with 3 kills, looking good. Their matchup here against Mayhem. We'll have to see. Looks like some resets coming through. Ocean Drake will be our first Drake of the game.
Yeah, that was really. I'm still so shocked that Tybe flashed over the wall there and smited with no vision. That's like a really crazy macro play. Because I mean, you know that the Camille's on it, but like he instantly smited. That's I'm just so impressed by that early game from the side of Mayhem. They're maintaining this 2,000 gold lead going into the dragon. I mean, Zed's got 2 kills. He's gonna go for he's so Zed does buy Black Cleaver, right? But like it isn't his like first item ever. But he's against a Malphite, so he's actually going to be rushing a Black Cleaver on Zed. Interesting thing. That is a one trick right there for you right there. He knows some of his matchups. You know, that's pretty exciting to see. Big Diana ult here.
Exhaust is going to mitigate some of the damage, and the gold card is there. Potentially, we have Hello Jungle coming in. Taibe is going to pick up the kill.
Nice.
That is the 4th kill of the game coming through there for 420, who are now up almost 3,000 gold, potentially tanning over this Ocean Drake. There's another gold card. They find Soju Rain. Flash is going to get him to safety, and Jotu is forced away as well. Should mean Ocean Drake going over to 420.
Yeah, Camille's just going to head mid lane, not even going to think about fighting. Oh, maybe thinking about fighting.
The unstoppable force is available, but the Malphite just chain CC'd to death. Now Enigma could be in trouble. Justice Punches could be blocked by time, and that's 2 more kills. That's a killing spree for Chim there on the Zed. There's another one on the bottom side. Jotu took the long route around, but falls as well. 7-0 now. 420's lead, nearly 5,000 gold up. Bad news for Mayhem as we see the replay.
I mean, there's a TF gold card on top of a Nami bubble, on top of a Varus ult, I believe, and Monarch just literally can't even use his ult. Dies without ult, dies with flash. You know, it's spiraling out of control here for the side of Mayhem. And if Galio doesn't like hard run here, he probably dies here. Wukong does not have flash though.
Oh man, time is gonna go down there. Enigma baiting it with the low HP. Jotu just printed that kill. Clawing back just a little bit, or Mayhem, but it's still a big hole they got to dig themselves out of.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually see a lane swap here. We see Zed mid because the TF now has his ultimate, so him staying in the mid lane, he's going to be able to rotate to that mid lane, especially since the Rift Herald is starting up. We'll probably actually see the TF go down to the bot lane. But actually, this is a little bit of a macro error here. We have the Kai'Sa down bottom, but Camille doesn't actually go to hit the turret. Interesting. I think they could have gotten quite a few plates there. Like I said though, TF will be heading down into that bot lane to he has the ultimate to rotate while the Rift Herald is up. He might actually die here though, to be honest. The Hextech ultimate is not up yet though, so he probably...
The exhaust comes through. Justed Punch looking for the taunt. They are gonna find it, but there's not enough damage. Meals is fighting back. Turret does fall, and meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we have yet another kill for the Zed. 4-1-3 now for Chim on that Zed top. Having a great game here. Takes down Expedient and 420 even pick up the Rift Herald to boot. They've got a 5,000 gold lead, and now looking at the Malphite, but he's a little bit too tanky to take him down right now. But that turret might be their next target. We'll see when he wants to summon that Rift Herald.
Yeah, Soju was able to pick up that first turret in the bot lane. I think this should have been a kill, to be honest. Camille just didn't think that the taunt was gonna land, perhaps. That's unfortunate right there, because I think they at least trade a kill there. Diana dies solo though in the mid lane while we were watching that replay. Soju's just scaling here. Is fairly keeping up with gold with the TF and the Zed. The TF's just almost always going to have the most gold in the game, especially when he gets side lane farm. He has the passive income from his passive. But all the turrets are up for the side of we got 2 420 teams.
Oh man,
but for
we're getting
Mayhem,
there. We're slowly shifting.
Getting there. Yeah, we're almost there. It's very important to hold on to your towers, because towers are like so much standing gold. That like that's how it kind of snowballs out of control. But with an 8 kill lead, they do still have a 5,000 gold lead, and this will mean a lot. TF teleports to the top lane.
Yeah, Meal's looking for something up there. Perhaps they can at least find this turret. Expedient forced back. 1-4 on the Diana, having a very rough game. Did actually have to flash, as you can see. And now Cyclone coming through onto Soju Rain, but 1v2. Tag would be forced back there. Soju will be fine, but now the flash. Very interesting. And he summons the Rift Herald. Maybe thought that's an interesting summon, but not sure. It is going to get the charge off at least, and that's a pretty low turret. And now here's Mills with the reinforcements. They do get the stun into Enigma, and now should be able to take down this turret. No, not quite. The minions run out. So very interesting couple of events there, but I think it will be 420 able to pick up that turret.
Yeah, they're just gonna give this up. It's a smart play there. You don't die for a tier 1 turret. It doesn't matter what MOBA you're playing. Like you just don't do that. It's not worth it in the end. The Mountain Drake will be spawning though. In all that action though, they were able to kill that Zed in the bot lane. So that is some gold going over to their bot lane, but right now we're looking at nearly a 7,000 gold lead here. Team Mayhem, nope, I'm confused here. It is still the swap sides. It is 420 on the left. They don't go for the Mountain Dragon right away. There's no reason to throw their gold lead on a Mountain Dragon, right? So they're gonna go back, get all their items, and come back and potentially fight this now with a ton of items. Just look at that Zed build. He knows he's solo lane, so he has 2.
Ultimatum onto the Zed. There comes the death mark, but I don't think it will save him. He goes golden. It does. He survives long enough. Him still alive. And here comes 420 with the counter punch. Jotu, one more auto would take him down. The slow might keep him to safety. Time is on the chase. The turret dive could take down the Camille. One more auto will do it. Jotu is doing his best to survive, but he's not going to trade kills. It's every member but Soju Rain taken out. And Soju found himself in a 1v1 against Meals on the other side of that, which he does win. Very small consolation for Mayhem and their fans, though, as 420 continue to dominate this game. Now up 9,000 gold. They pick up the Mountain Drake. Here's the replay.
Yeah, pretty interesting that so the Zonia right here is just so strong, and then would die to ignite from this Gallia, but the Nami heals him with her summoner spell, and she's gonna live here. If you actually watch this micro here, I think that okay, well, I think Jotu could have lived, but he tries to get the kill under turret and he ended up dying as well. In that replay though, TF decided to teleport to Kaisa, so he thought he could get the 1v1, but Soju just showed him how much damage an isolated Q does probably to in a 1v1, and Kaisa was able to take that 1v1 as the consolation prize. The gold lead has expanded about 2,000 gold from that fight, as well as taking the Mountain Dragon. So we're looking at just about a 9,000, excuse me, gold lead for Mayhem, and they have a Varus, they have a Zed, they have a TF, so they're just going to be scaling out of control here. Kaisa can potentially match the Varus late game, but the rest of the team comp is just not enough.
Yeah, and here we have 1v2 Tybe taking so much damage. 1v3 now, waiting for the reinforcements, buying some time there. Meals has arrived. Soju Rain, Killer Instinct just to get out of there, but it might not get him to safety. The Chains of Corruption, one more auto with Gillum burning down their 2 members of Mayhem. They're gonna crawl away, but Monarch might not be so lucky. Exhaust is there. Down goes the Malphite. That's already 2 kills going the way of 420. Looks like everyone else will make it out. I see even on the bot side there, Chim nearly looking for the kill to Expedient, but the Diana makes it back. 2 more kills now, 17 to 4 for 420, 11,000 their gold lead. They are looking to close this one out in the next few minutes, although Mayhem,
Nice,
they're trying to find something here, but they cannot get Meals. He's gonna get away.
yeah, good bubble from the side of Say It. Very strong enchanter player. Really like watching her play. Meals goes in with a nice teleport there. One of his more successful ultimates of the game. They do trade one, but the others get out here. They're able to just pick off Monarch under this tower. Aggressive flash here, doesn't quite pan out. A little bit of an auto click there. I think he might have been able to chase down Camille, but I think it's a safe plan just to get that. Doesn't burn his GA or anything. And we're looking at the next fight. Baron is up. Gold card potentially gonna go on Soju.
Soju will cleanse it, and now looking for the turn, trying to take down Meals, but going golden is a twisted fate, and he will survive. Here comes Jotu, though, looking for the kill, trying to chase him down. Ultimatum there, and finally, Meals does fall. Jotu picks up that kill, a 1-for-1 for now.
Tybe loses his GA under the turret in the top right. We don't have it on vision, but he loses GA, and he might even lose his life as well. Chasing Soju under tower. That is something that you'll see Tybe do. When it works, but when it doesn't, that is a GA and his death down. That's going to be also probably some shutdown gold as well. And the potential Baron is not going to happen for a little while longer. Zed gets knocked up.
Here comes the death mark, though. We've seen him get out of a lot of trouble, but not this time. And Jotu even barely survives the damage there. 420, they're starting to make a couple of mistakes here. That gold lead diminishing a little bit. Might not want to press the panic button just yet, but here's the replay. Yeah,
Camille passive just barely keeps her alive. I mean, the thing is that 420 Esports has played this early game so well that a couple of these small errors, a little aggression, they're really feeling themselves, right? They are able to make some mistakes in this game, and there was even a gold extension there, even after losing 3 people for almost nothing. The Infernal Drake is spawning, and there's a 10,000 gold lead. The one thing to remember, though, is Kaisa has the most gold in the game, so if she's able to carry this team fight, she's able to drill into all these players. But Diana's caught out on the bottom right of the screen.
Oh man, Cyclone onto 3 now. Tybe once again diving deep, and here comes the second one. Hero's entrance over the top. Already a double kill for the Wukong Tybe, looking to push the tempo further. Looks like that will be it. Teams retreating now, but 2 kills going the way. Now Chim looking for more. Can they burst down the Camille? Potentially Jotu. They don't know the Zed is there. He's going to find him right now. The damage should come through onto the Camille, and it does. Chim picks up the kill there on the Zed. Still has the death mark now, looking for Soju Rain, who does have the killer instinct, but will go down. Double kill for the top laner of 420, who are on the correct side at long last. Thank you to our producers there. 22 to 7 now, their kill lead. 12,000 the gold lead. Here's the replay.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a late Hero's entrance here. Oh no, he was actually Cyclone, so he couldn't Hero's entrance right away, okay? But just the Galio, I don't know what item he has, but he basically doesn't have items, it seems, from how fast he was melted there. I mean, it might just be there's so much gold that there might be such a gold disadvantage to him as the support in a losing matchup. But I mean, the Zed, the patience there, just doesn't even have to use his ultimate for the Camille, so just pops that Kaisa right there. A little extra damage going down from the team, but it's almost all from Zed right there. Just this is a one trick right here for you. Like they know they know how to do things. Yeah, another Zeke's from the Galio.
There's the ultimatum onto Chin. He was recalling in their faces. Now the death mark comes through. The killer instinct is there. He dives all the way to the other side. Look at the moves. Chin survives. He's backing. He's recalling. He's laughing. Absolutely showing off here. You talk about a one trick. Chim is a Zed master. And there they get a kill onto Soju Rain out of his shenanigans. Now we have Tybe trading with Monarch here in the mid lane. Don't think this will result in any deaths just yet. But 420 really showing us how it's done. Here's a replay.
Watch this. Camille, Galio, and especially Kai'Sa, all they have to do is press auto attack. They literally just have to press auto attack because he's so low. But he just does it so fast and just gets out. And they're pissed there, so they get baited into following.
Oh man, Tybe is burning down. He gets healed from the Na'Vi. Sipul keeping the jungler alive there. Nicely done. They do get the kill onto Expedient. And I don't even believe he lost it. No, he didn't even lose the Guardian Angel there. So good news for 420 as they continue to stay in full control of this game. Now looking to finally pick up a few more turrets. It's been just about non-stop action. We need to see some structures falling if we want to get some progress here.
Yeah, I mean, 15,000 gold lead. They should be able to siege here. I mean, they have a TF, they have a Varus. Seems like they're playing with their food here, and it's making the game quite a bit longer than it could have been. Baron still has not been taken yet, though. Interesting to try and siege without a Baron. Even with this amount of gold, it just doesn't seem like it's the right play. But they're just pushing their gold lead. They're starving the enemy of resources, going for more jungle camps on the opposite side of Baron. I mean, at the end of the day here, we can just wait another minute and a half. You don't even have to worry about the Baron, and just get the Elder Inferno and win on a team fight. Kai'Sa is able to get a ward down onto that Baron.
Oh, there's the gold card, though. They found Enigma. Hero's entrance over to the Raptor pit, though. Actually might get the Galio out. Here comes Tybe diving deep, 1v4. No one is there to help, but he doesn't need help. He's still alive. Redemption now. Here comes the gold card. They've already found one. They're looking for the Malphite. Unstoppable Force will not get him to safety. Legendary is a bad habits, and now looking for more. There's the stun onto Joe2. Hexter ultimatum to re-engage, and the hook shot out will get the Camille to safety, but it's 2 for 0 once again for 420. Talk about playing with their food. We'll see if they can make some progress now. Still do not take the Baron, but they do have a lot of power. They got a pair of Guardian Angels, and they will take that inhibitor. We'll see if they get more here.
I mean, they might be able to end here, but yeah, they end here.
And there goes the Nexus. I was watching the death mark there all the way into the fountain, but the Zed makes it out. 420 certainly showing off, winning with style in a very bloody match here against Mayhem. Congratulations to 420. They're moving on to face Tribe Gaming in the semifinals of the North America, Latin America North Division of our MGA Wild Rift Copa America. We'll check out our post game here, but the semifinals, we'll be watching those later in the coming weeks, as this was, in fact, our last game of the day. But we'll get a chance to talk about it a little bit, dive into some of the builds, perhaps. Pierce, if anything jumps out to you.
I mean, like, Tybe just is such a strong jungler. Like, the Wukong today has been one of the most oppressive champions, I think. I think that people haven't adjusted to the fact that he heals a lot, right? So like you need a grievous wounds item. We have one grievous wounds from the side of from Soju, but and I guess Galio as well. But when Galio's got 7,000 gold in such a huge game, you know, there's like that grievous wounds isn't gonna last too long. Just ends up being, you know, the Nami has so much assist there. If we're looking on the board, very low key. Nami's effects are a little bit less obvious than Janna, but she does basically just as much. We didn't see too many super impactful ultimates there, but she's buffing up her team, you know, especially when Tybe is going in with the I'm not sure the enchantment, but Nami's S3 where it slows people as long as red buff. It's so punishing because in Wild Rift, unlike League PC, the slows stack. So if you use multiple slows on someone, they can be basically like rooted in place, and that's some of where the effectiveness of Nami comes in, not just from her hard CC. So Nami and Wukong just ran through that game. I mean the Zed did too. It's just 420 just did so well in that game. Every player there did very exceptional. Um, they didn't lose to Mayhem like they thought they might be in the draft phase, and I was really happy to watch that game.
Absolutely. They did. We saw some cheeky comments from them where we thought, oh, look at their comp. That's going to be trouble. It is a big kind of wombo combo comp that a lot of these teams have been bringing out, but it was not enough for Mayhem. It was a long, slow march to victory. We had a lot of fun watching it as well, and it's been a lot of fun casting the whole tournament. Thank you, everyone, for sticking through with our cast. There's been some tech difficulties, continuing to work on that stuff, so I hope everyone will keep tuning in as throughout this tournament we're going to keep upping the ante, improving the quality, I firmly believe. And actually, we've got a glimpse of the bracket here. I think we'll throw that up on your screens real quick before we say our farewells now.
Yeah, so we saw Tribe end up facing, I believe, Infinity in the quarterfinals, on the bottom side of the bracket, and we saw Mayhem and 420 on the top side of the bracket, and we'll see Tribe and 420 in the semifinals, I believe, in 2 weeks. We'll see, I believe, the losers bracket next week. Same place, same time and stuff. Definitely excited to see Mayhem. Probably Mayhem will get back into the lunar losers finals. We'll see if they're able to beat. Probably, I'm sure the losers finals will be a rematch of what we just saw. I fully expect Tribe to be in the grand finals eventually. But good play from all the teams all around. That game wasn't quite as close as I thought it would be, but after such an explosive start, it's really difficult. Just a couple errors in the early game makes it like, it doesn't matter how even the teams are. Just small mistakes. Giving up what 2 kills or 4 kills in the first minute or two was really tragic. Just good play by 420 though. Very strong micro play from Tybe. I'm really happy that we got to watch all these games today.
Yeah, I love the aggression and the moves, the jukes coming through from Shim and like the aggression. Obviously, Tybe certainly embodying that. I loved how much he was willing to overextend and look for these plays because 9 times out of 10, it worked. And it certainly worked for 420, who are going to be facing off against Tribe Gaming in the finals. We'll get you a brief look now at the brackets for the other division here, Latin America South and Brazil, where it is TSM FTX versus So Agradece, which should be a cool matchup. We got a chance to see some of those games. You can check those out in the VODs. Should be on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/bestborger, but I believe we're going to be sticking here on the YouTube channel for the time being for MGA, but check out the Vengeance Communication, Twitter, MGA plays. All those, they'll keep you guys updated on what we have set up as far as what channels you can check out our English broadcast for. But that said, thank you so much to, the teams for playing and putting on a great show for us. Thank you, Pierce, for doing a tremendous job here at Color Commentating. Really appreciate Carrie with all the game knowledge. And thank you to our producers and staff, everyone organizing the tournament. Thank you to the viewers for checking us out. That was our last game, so we're going to go ahead and sign off here. We'll be back, I believe it is next Saturday, 2 p.m. EST, 11 a.m. Pacific. I do believe we'll see you guys back as we continue on. Should be for the lower brackets, which is when it's sudden death. You lose, you're gone. So that should be a lot of fun to see. With that, we're going to sign off. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.